I'll start with myself. I'm Mainul. I'm one of the co-founders of Janata WiFi and the project lead for the public Wi-Fi project funded by AppNIC.
This is Anamol. I am working for Link3 last 5 years. And Link3 is the largest ISP in Bangladesh. We have 140K home connectivity, retail connectivity around all over the Bangladesh, and we are the largest one in Bangladesh.
I'm Kazi Zaman. I sit on the Link3 board as an independent director too. A few years back, I met Mainul in 2018, and that's when he had this idea about creating a hotspot to make Wi-Fi available for the, make Wi-Fi affordable for the bottom of the pyramid audience. And that's where our discussion started happening. And then in the middle of the COVID, you basically said, okay, why don't we come up with this full stack software solution? And that's what Janata WiFi has been. At the same time, while I'm working with Link3, I've part of the Link3's journey during my Microsoft days is to work for Microsoft, for 17 years. And I was part of the Windows Office and later on the cloud team. In 1999, the founder of Link3, happened to be, we used to live in the same area when we were growing up. So he came by and said, hey, I want to develop an ISP. So when in 2021, he asked me, hey, can you come and help us out and join the board and help us guide into developing the network or extending the network? One of the biggest challenges that we saw at Link3 was broadband had a reach in the cities and the small towns. The villages were, it's still far away. It's not within the reach. And if you look at the local numbers in Bangladesh, out of 170 million people, 13 or 14 million people are on broadband. So what we're looking at is less than 10% adoption of broadband technologies in Bangladesh. On top of it, I think one of the other challenges is the cost of 1 gigabyte of data is about 70 taka or 70 cents, or roughly 80 taka maybe these days. So from that perspective, in India, 1 gigabyte of data is about 9 cents, right? So compared to India, the cost of data in Bangladesh is significantly high, and especially for the people who are on the edge. So that's where, we found that there's a good matching between the software hardware solution that Janata WiFi has come up with, and we started a pilot, which I think Mainul is going to talk about.
Mainul, can you please tell us what was your problem statement before conceiving Janata WiFi?
I should talk about my background. I used to work as a financial analyst in the Bangladeshi stock market, and I used to cover the technology industry and basically telecommunication and fintech. Coming to this interface, I should say we looked into a lot of different markets. It's not like this content-based Wi-Fi, we just came up with it. There are a lot of places around the world where you see advertisement-based Wi-Fi, content-based Wi-Fi. Our sort of innovation was to place it in the community that we are in. Nobody has done it before in this sort of communities. So what we did was we basically started putting video ads on these captive portals. Previously, what they would do is they'd sign up and then they would input a voucher. But now what they do is they have the option to watch an ad. And what we do is we find a sponsor who would sponsor that ad, and that cost of running the node in that place, in that location. Also, we provide a little bit of commission per ad to the merchant who's at the shop where we have hosted the hardware. So this is a basic sign-up flow. And it is the first time sign-up flow. The problem is, if you go to a very big brand, what the brand does is they would ask you how many nodes do you have in an area. If you do not have enough coverage, they won't take you seriously, and you have to somehow grow the node count. So how do you do it? So our proposal to Link3 was you show your own ad. Because the area that you have put a connection in, people are already, you can provide coverage there. So if you show your own ad and you are showing your ads through a wireless product, through a Wi-Fi experience, which is the exact product that you're selling, it's a good branding for you. So what we do is we basically are placing the ISP's ad in those locations to start the whole thing. And slowly the plan is, once the coverage gets bigger, we start going to these large brands. We are already in talks with these large brands, but that's the requirement. Brother, we need bigger coverage, otherwise we cannot take you seriously. So that's what we are doing to solve that problem.
Tell me one thing, I'm still need to understand. When you say 20 nodes, and if this tea stall or whatever this shop is one of the nodes, on this node, this person is a merchant, right? And
yes.
This is more like a Wi-Fi hotspot. This is basically a hotspot. And the person who is coming to use here, sit and use here, is a person who is carrying a voucher which can work on this node also, and it can work on any node.
Anywhere, right, anywhere. Right now they don't have to use a voucher. Right now they can just come and watch an ad and be connected.
So literally, if I walk in as an outsider, and just any walk-in person here on this can log in, right?
Yes. You just need a phone
and when you log in and you don't have to pay, but do you still have to go through authentication?
Yes.
Right.
That's a requirement.
Yes. That's
a requirement, right?
Yes.
So you get a OTP and whatever, and then you log in, right?
Yes. First time you get a OTP to sign in, and after that, any node you go, you won't be asked for the OTP again. You just you are automatically logged into the portal, and then you're required to watch an ad.
So that means your entire Janata Wi-Fi works more like a TV channel, right? On the earlier time, when we had no control over advertisement, advertisement will come as it wanted. But rest of the time, rather than watching the TV, you are watching what you want to watch on your internet, right? You can browse or whatever, right? You can open any app or whatever, right?
Yes,
right?
It is exactly what you said. Have you used these open Wi-Fi hotspots around airports or railway stations or coffee shops?
I have. Yes.
It's just that a web page would come on when you do not have a balance. Let's say you just came into the shop, you do not have any internet balance, right? So our system would detect that this user does not have internet balance and throw you the captive portal, the web page.
Oh, wonderful. That's the reason you said that you had to work a lot on technology in terms of how do you make it ad friendly and also consumer friendly and so on and so forth. And when I am logged in, what is the kind of bandwidth I get?
It's very decent bandwidth. Right now we are providing 30 Mbps bandwidth and internet bandwidth, and BDIX, which is our local internet, that's like 100 Mbps. So you basically, if you are browsing, let's say YouTube or Facebook or these cached solutions, you basically don't feel the problem with the speed. It never buffers. And if you're browsing,
this is also Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi router basically provides, at 50 Mbps connectivity.
Right. Alan, can you guide Pranay to take us around the shop where the connectivity is, the device? Can you also explain what does the merchant get out of it?
Right. So per advertisement, merchant gets about, if it's a 15-second ad, they would get about a 20 cent, 25 cent reward out of that advertisement.
Yeah.
The TV is right now turned off. These guys, they would like to have that internet anyway because they have to play YouTube. Otherwise, their business doesn't go. In the evening, they have to play YouTube.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Is it possible to ask this merchant to speak a few words, which you can ask him that for how long is he running? Is he happy? Is this increasing his business of increasing the footfall or something like that?
আপনাদের দোকানে ওয়াইফাইটা কবে দেওয়া হয়েছিল?
3 মাস আগে দেওয়া হয়েছিল।
তো এরপরে আপনার যে দোকানে লোকজন আসে এদের কাছে আপনি মানে এই যে ফ্রি ওয়াইফাই দিচ্ছেন তাদের অনুভূতি কি বা আপনার কেমন লাগছে ওয়াইফাইটা নিয়ে?
ভালোই, তাদের অনুভূতি ভালো, আমাদেরও ভালো।
আচ্ছা, আপনার কি মানে ব্যবসায়ের উন্নতি হয়েছে এটার কারণে?
হ্যাঁ, মোটামুটি সবসময় কাস্টমার থাকে, ভালোই খারাপ।
Thank you very much and appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Zaman.